Shalom, all. I pray it's well with your soul. Braden's here with me. We will be reading Genesis chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were completed, and all their array. And in the seventh day Elohim completed his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And Elohim blessed the seventh day and set it apart, because on it he rested from all his work which Elohim in creating had made. These are the births of the heavens and the earth when they were created, in the day that Yah Elohim made earth and heavens. Now no shrub of the field was yet on the earth, and no plant of the field had yet sprung up, for Yah Elohim had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no man to till the ground. But a mist went up from the earth and watered the entire surface of the ground. And Yah Elohim formed the man out of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils breath of life. And the man became a living being. And Yah Elohim planted a garden in Eden to the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground Yah Elohim made every tree grow that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food, with the tree of life in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it divided and became 4 heads. The name of the first, Pishon, it is the one surrounding the entire land of Havilah, which there is where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. Bdellium is there in the Shoham stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one surrounding the entire land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. It is the one which goes towards the east of Asher. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. And Yah Elohim took the man and put him in the garden of Eden to work it and to guard it. And Yah Elohim commanded the man, saying, Eat of every single tree of the garden, but do not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for in the day that you eat of it you will die. Yah Elohim said, It is not good for the man to be alone. I am going to make a helper for him, as its counterpart. And from the ground Yah Elohim formed every beast of the field and every bird of the heavens, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called each living being, that was his name. So the man gave names to all the livestock and the birds of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. But for the man there was not found a helper for him as his counterpart. So Yah Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh in its place. And the rib which Yah Elohim had taken from the man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man. And the man said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. This one is called woman, because she was taken out of man. For this cause a man shall leave his father and his mother, and cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, yet they were not ashamed. That is all of chapter 2. Braid, do you have a favorite part?
Where Yah took the man and breathed into his lungs and became breath, and that makes me think what we're breathing, our air is Yah's breath.
Right. He gave that to us when he created us. He gave us breath. Mm-hmm. That is in verse, I love that verse. That is in verse, I'll find it.
I think it's in
7.
Yeah, I was going to say 6.
Good. And Yah Elohim formed the man out of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils breath of life. And the man became a living being. It's amazing. We have breath right now because of him. And also imagining, there are so many historical, art of, I think his name is Joe with the Bible expedition. He went and found all 4 of these rivers trying to find the Garden of Eden. It is a really cool show. That episode is beautiful. I love watching that. He talks about Havilah and the Pishon River and the Gihon and the Euphrates and that one that starts with an H, and tries to estimate where the Garden of Eden would have been. So I highly encourage you to look that up on YouTube. That's fun. And that is it. We'll be in Genesis chapter 3 tomorrow. Share in the comments below your favorite parts of this chapter and what stood out to you, and some stuff you may have highlighted. Those are a couple of the points that we really like in this chapter. And of course, the beginning that I forgot to mention was the 7th day in verse 2. And the 7th day Elohim completed his work which he had done, and he rested on that day from all the work he made. And he blessed it, and he set it apart because he rested on that day. Alright, love you all. May Yah bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.